Wow. After years, I am finally released from my prison. Here I am. Here I am. My gosh. Send on here. Let me send on to some of these lovely people here. What's going on? Alright. I'm late. All because I needed the update. That's what's going on. Family, I am so sorry. I promise I won't keep you too long today. Okay, I'll be more mindful of the time. So let me start my clock right now, even though I'm chatting you up. So for anybody that's like, who are you? Nick Titley, aka NickFit, 14 plus years as a personal trainer, and I'm here making a difference through health and fitness. Okay, that's my goal. So every Friday I come on here and I do this thing I call Fitness Fridays with NickFit. Okay, it usually starts from 6:15 my time or 5:15 from yours. What's good, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I just got on here because what was happening was I could not find the live button. Okay, I could not find the live button, so I had to delete the app, reinstall the app, and then I finally found it. So let me tell you, crazy. So we're starting today's Get Fit Fridays, Fitness Fridays with yours truly, NickFit. Grab your weights, grab your mat, grab all of that. You're gonna do your workout, I'm gonna do my workout, and I'm gonna chat you up about the topic of the day. Today's topic, we're gonna talk holiday survival. Woo! Because you know it's the holiday season. So drop your questions, drop your comments in the section here because we're about to get ready. All right, clock is ticking, everybody. Let's grab these weights. Let's get this stuff done. And at the end of this, we're doing our 5-minute master blaster. That's 5 moves, 50 seconds a piece. You do as many reps as you can within those 50 seconds with rest for 10 seconds in between each one. All right. And of course, that is gonna be total body when we get to that point. As I said, let's get this show on the road. Alrighty, music on in the background, everything. So I'm happy to be here. Let me just take a moment to say thank you for coming. Sorry about the lateness. Instagram tried to murk me, but it ain't work. Nakira, and I see my boy Rob, King Rob himself, joining me today on this Friday. Boy, last week was Friday the 13th, and look what happened this week. Story is this, man. God, I'm starting with shoulders. For anybody like, what's he doing? I'm using my 15-pound weights. I usually just do upper body on a Friday. Nothing too crazy. Like I said, you can join me or you can pick your own workout and you can just do your thing on Fridays with yours truly, NickFit. Alright, so the topic of today, as I said, I ain't keeping you too long. The topic of today is your holiday survival guide. Okay? So now during the holiday season, I always write articles when I'm writing articles about how to get through this period. Because a lot of people struggle with their diet during this time of the year. Why do they struggle with the diet? Well, you heard it. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkey, beans, you name it. All of that on your plate one time. You're eating, you're enjoying life. You're drinking your thing, your pedrella, your fruit cake, your rum cake, your blood sausage, your this, your that. You're just eating, you're consuming. You're doing everything you need to do. Okay? Because you're living your life during this lovely holiday season. I saw it go. As we say. I saw it go. Right? That's what we call it, right? I saw it go. So, what do you do if you're on a diet? You're on a grind. You're on a fitness journey, health journey, diet journey. Okay? And you come upon this lovely, luscious season with all the delightful, delectable treats. And you can't put them down. and you get scared because you say, look, I know when I get to this part of the season, it's like train wreck city for my diet. I can't put this food down. I can't stop drinking. I can't stop eating. I want to live my life, especially with 2020 being such a tough year. So what do? I guess I will have to start over next year. That's what most people say. By the time December hit, they don't take their fitness journey serious. They just say, you know what, it's okay, it's the holidays. I'm going to go through the holidays, and then January 1st, I'm going to pack up in the gym like sardines, just like everybody else. Let me tell you. The first thing I'm going to tell you is that you don't have to wait until January to keep going or to start a new fitness journey. The journey is the journey. You don't stop. Okay? So at no point should you be thinking, oh, I'm going to start over because I eat so bad during the season. Nuh-uh. This journey is lifelong. So even on the good days and the bad days, you got to be on it. You got to stay on it. Okay? Alright? So Rob is saying it's so true. Most people are waiting for January 1st to start the fitness journey. You don't have to start anything in January. You can start now, and you can continue on the path that you're on now, and you will be okay. I'm telling you. Before I get into your holiday survival guide, and I start talking you up about strategies and the nonsense that you might have to overcome during the season, I'm gonna say this first. I'm gonna preface it with this. 2020 was a rough year, and I want you to go into this season with the mindset that you're gonna be joyful, you're gonna be thankful, you're gonna appreciate it. Play the Christmas carols early if that's what you like. Celebrate with friends over Zoom. Do whatever you gotta do. Okay? But make sure you enjoy yourself, but you do so safely. Okay? Do so safely. Wear your mask. Avoid large crowds. Be careful when you're going certain places. All of that. Okay? Extremely important. The next thing I'm gonna say is this. Do not stress yourself out about the weight gain. And we're gonna come back to the weight gain and some of the stuff that you need to understand when you're going into this session, this season, excuse me. Okay? You may gain a few pounds this season from eating a few days. Okay? You may gain a lot of weight. But you know what? If you go back on your grind, whichever way you were on before, you can lose the weight and go back to where you were. But we're going to talk about that today as well. Okay? So the first thing, enjoy your season. If you fall off your grind, you can get back on it. And we're going to discuss what that means when we talk about weight when I come to it. The second thing, do not stress yourself out. Stress kills. I'm telling you. Okay? Take care of yourself. Take care of your mind. Take care of your body. And focus on your health, your overall health. Okay? Do not buy up everything for everybody and then run yourself broke. Do not be in competition with anybody over anything. Okay? You gotta love yourself first. Take care of yourself first. And keep that mindset as you transition into this season. Okay? The first two things. No stress. Okay? No stress. Or distress. Or mind your stress. Okay? Take care of yourself. And enjoy the season. And be safe, of course. Okay, so that was the beginning. Now, we're talking about survival now. You're going out. You're going to outings. You're going by somebody's house. You're going to a party. You're going to a family gathering. Now, we know it's COVID season still. It's been COVID season for a while. But guess what? It's a rough year, man. I can't tell people what to do. All I'm going to say is make sure you wash your hands, wear your face mask, do everything that you know you're supposed to do to keep yourself safe. Okay? And if you've been around family all the time, or you're in a place where COVID is like non-existent, or that they know there's only a few places, fine. But just be safe. So we're moving on from the COVID talk because it ain't a good subject. So, what do? You go out to these events and whatnot, and you're on a diet. So you're trying to figure out, well, how do I eat a certain way and enjoy myself and not run myself aground calorically? Okay, this is the first thing I'm going to say. And I didn't get to mention it in yesterday's video, so if anybody is like, this topic is in conjunction with a video I posted yesterday. Today's date is the 20th. I posted it on the 19th. It's about the same topic, but I'm adding to the conversation in this one. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to talk about, okay, we got to talk about a little bit about calorie deficits and whatnot. Now, here's the first thing I want you to start doing. If you're on a diet, you should be tracking your calories. People hate to track their calories. But let me tell you something. If this were a budget, think of this like a budget. Okay? Do you think that you would make better financial decisions if you had a budget? 9 times out of 10, people would say, yes, I would make better financial decisions because I know how much money I am taking in and I know how much money I am supposed to spend every month, right? I know what I am doing before I am doing it, okay? Let me see. Sometimes, Taylor. Hey, what's up, Taylor? What's good? Good to see you, good to see you. Oh, Taylor. King Taylor, boy. So anyway, we talk about that budget, okay? It's a budget. Think of it like a budget. Think about tracking your calories like a budget, okay? You are making yourself aware of what you are taking in, okay? Where it's coming from and the effect that it could possibly have on your diet. So if you're on a diet, right, or you're concerned about gaining weight and being on fat and whatever during this season, you should be tracking your calories. That's the first thing I'm going to tell you. Track your calories, okay? You don't have to track it forever. You can track it for a week or 2. Just so you get an idea of what foods contain what, or how many calories, and what you're taking in, as opposed to what you might be burning. Because that's where it's important in terms of being in a calorie deficit and losing weight and whatever. You need to know what's going on so that you can make informed decisions on what you're eating and what you're not eating. Okay? So track your calories. That's the first thing I'm going to say. The second thing is you have to be very health focused going into the season. A lot of the food is very salty, greasy, buttery. Some things are fried, some things are deep fried. You know, lots of sugar in this part of the year. All the pies, all the sodas, all the special drinks, all the cakes, all of that stuff, baked goods galore, and baked goods always have sugar, salt, fat, all of those things. You want to be careful with those things. Please remember to drink water, eat your vegetables, your healthy vegetables. Don't add too much nonsense to the vegetables. Enjoy the healthy vegetables. Drink your water like I said. Get enough sleep, get exercise, get out the house, move around. If you can't, move around in the house because what? 1, COVID, 2, it might be cold, or it may just be difficult for you to move around, okay? So the first point, let's go over the first point. The first point is you need to track your calories. The second point is that you need to stay healthy, okay? So now the third point, when we talk about tracking calories, thinking of it like a budget, because that way you know what's going in and what's coming out. Then you can start to focus on weight loss. So here's what I'm going to tell you about weight loss. The first thing is this. If, for example, on Christmas Day or on any day, you have a day where you just eat a lot, okay? If regularly you are taking in, let's say, this is just fictitious numbers, do not hold me to these calories. Let's say normally you take in 2,000 calories a day. And you are in maintenance mode, meaning that you are burning, meaning the amount that your body is burning and the amount that your body is taking in are on the same level. So you're in maintenance mode. Okay, you're not losing, you're not gaining. So you take about 2,000 calories and that's what your body needs. I'm not saying that's what everybody needs. I'm saying this is an example. So work with me here. Okay? So if you're doing that, you're taking in 2,000 calories and you have a day where you binge. Man, you eat everything, your meat, your beans, your greens, potatoes, all of that stuff. You do all of that. Okay? And let's say you want to go on and you say, boy, I took in 1,000 extra calories on that day. So you took in 3,000 calories. But your body only really needs 2,000. Okay. Now, if that was just one day, if the day after you go right back to whatever you were doing, this 1,000 calories is not going to bother you as much as if you were doing it daily. Think about what I said. Really important what I just said. If every day you add 1,000 calories to your diet during this season, the likelihood of you gaining more weight or gaining weight is I want to say exponential, but it's going to be there. Let's put it that way. Right? For lack of another term or whatever, it's going to be there. So you're more likely to gain weight if you're regularly, schedulally taking in more calories than you would normally take in on a regular basis. That's why I tell people, do not stop exercising or waiting for January. Keep going. If you fall off a little bit, meaning for some of us, we say fall off, we mean that we're on a certain diet, we're on a certain goal, and you don't achieve that goal, you don't burn the amount of calories you think you should, you start working out a little bit, you eat a little bit more than you're supposed to, it's okay as long as you get back on that proverbial treadmill and keep running. Okay? So for me, let me give you a practical example. If on Christmas Day I take in an extra 1,000 calories, Boxing Day I'm not going to. The day after that I'm not going to. New Year's comes around, I'm not going to. So what I'm doing is I am enjoying myself for that day, and then I'm going right back to taking in, again, fictitious numbers here, like 2,000 calories a day. So you see what I'm saying? So even if you did put on a pound or two, if you go back to how you were regularly eating and exercising, you're going to take that pound or two off. That's why I try not to tell people to focus too much on weight gain during the season. But the issue is that many people say, oh, well, I don't just have to stop doing what I'm doing because, oh, I'm going to eat so unhealthy. Listen, I have baked goods as it is in my diet. I don't starve myself in that way. Okay? But what I have to do is I have to account. I'm giving you the personal example that you can apply to your life. What I do is I account for my calories. I track my calories so I'm aware how many calories I'm taking in, and I have an idea of how many calories I'm burning. I have a tracker. If you don't have a tracker, then just up your activity. Okay? You can up your activity, or you can reduce certain things in your diet, right, in order to get yourself in a calorie deficit or energy deficit. I'm using all the correct terms here. Energy deficit, calorie deficit. It just means that your body is expending more energies or kilocalories or calories than it's taking in. That's how you lose weight and body fat and all of that. Okay, that's what's essential in this process. So if you're not doing that, then yes, you're going to struggle. Oh, what's up, Kings? Just coming on here. Just coming on here. Leave pie out of this. So anyway, we're dropping some serious knowledge here. So I hope y'all really listening to this. Listen real hard to this. Okay? So, calorie deficit. Let's go over that again. Calorie deficit. You're trying to lose weight in general. You need to be in a calorie deficit, an energy deficit. Expenditure needs to be higher than intake. How do you get expenditure higher than intake? Exercise and diet. Diet in the sense that you're going to leave out certain foods or replace certain foods, and activity as in you're going to increase activity so your body expends more. Okay? So, if for example your diet, whatever diet you're on, okay, whatever diet you're on, and I mean whatever diet you're on, it could be a low fat, high carb, high protein, it could be high protein or carnivore diet, it could be any of those. As long as you're in a caloric deficit, you're going to lose weight. Okay? That's what the science says. I'm not making this up. I've seen it in the textbook. They talk about energy expenditure. I've heard it from doctors and other people. Some people will debate it. They will say, oh, well, it matters how much fat you have. Different conversation, different time. But let me tell you, calorie deficit, that's where it's at. Okay? So your body has to expend more than it is taking in. For some of us, we are not losing weight because we are in maintenance mode. Now, again, I'm getting into some deep territory here. I don't really want to get too far in because I'm going to have to come back to this topic. Some of us are not losing weight because we're maintaining. The body, the expenditure, and the intake are similar, or some days it's higher, some days it's like this. So it's not consistent. So you have to be consistently in the expenditure. Do you understand? I hope you're really getting this. You've got to consistently be in that expenditure. Now, how does this all fit into the whole surviving the holidays? Because I want you to understand,
it is possible for you to have your cake and your ice cream and your this and your that and still lose weight over the season. So don't cut out the exercise. Don't cut it out. Keep going. Start now, keep going. Okay? If you're concerned that your weight is gonna go up, I understand. I can feel you on that. What you do is you just watch your diet. If you're tracking your calories, then you should know, okay, today I can have a slice of cake. It's gonna be 300 or 400 extra calories on top of, let's say, for example, my 2000 calories. Okay, again, for anybody that's like, wait, what? Imagine for a second you're taking 2000 calories on a regular basis, right? You're taking 2000 calories just about every day. Mind you, this is a very clean example. You'd have a piece of cake. A piece of cake is about 300 calories extra from what you normally take in. If you do it today, and then the next day, and then the next day, and the next day, you go back to the regular, it's not going to affect you as much as if you were regularly, consistently increasing the calories from 2000 to 2300 on a daily basis. So unless you're going to eat like Christmas every single day of the season, your weight loss woes should not be as significant. I hope you're catching this. I ain't telling you run around, eat, oh me, I'm going to eat everything. Me, I'm Nick, I could eat everything. What? Me, I'm going on back now. I'm going to eat everything. Why do you not eat everything? One, it's your health. You got to watch your digestion. You got to watch your blood sugar. You got to watch your blood pressure. Okay, watch the salt. Watch the sodium. Okay, sodium salt, you get it. Okay, not exactly the same, but you get it. Watch the sugar, because all these foods contain sugar, lots of sugar. Okay, but again, if you're tracking your calories, you're gonna know what you can and can't have. Now, here's another technique for you. You're tracking your calories and you have 2000 calories that you're normally taking. You know you're going out to eat. So what you do is you start switching around foods in your diet, right, to make room for whatever you're gonna have later. So breakfast, you have your breakfast. Lunchtime comes around. Maybe you usually have like a soda with breakfast, or you have some sort of sweet drink. So you cut out the drink and you have water only. Okay? That frees up some calories so that you can have something else later in the day. Think this through. Let's say you have a snack in the afternoon. You cut out the snack. You cut out the drink. You just use water instead of whatever sweet drink you would have. You are cutting calories that would make room for something else that you want to have later. So then you wouldn't even really need to go too far over your, again with the example, 2000 calories, because you have made room for it. Hey, I hope you're catching this. This is huge stuff. This is it, eh? This is it. Your life about to change with this information. I'm telling you, it's changed mine. Okay? Make room for the things you want. Right, there you go. And Jay's saying, or Javi, excuse my glasses, I switched to juice with unsweetened bush tea. There you go. Sugar adds more calories. Water has no calories. Tea has about 2 or 3 calories. It's not that bad. Okay? Anything with sugar, the calories are going to be, especially when you start adding a lot of sugar, the calories go up. If you have coffee, tea, and you're adding milk, and you're adding cream, and you're adding this, and you're adding that to it, let me tell you what's going to happen. You are increasing the caloric content of the food or item that you're having. And let me tell you something about calories and tracking your calories. Track everything. If you're putting a mint in your mouth, the mint has calories. If you eat an apple, the apple has calories. If you eat, the only thing that don't have calories is air and water. Everything you have has calories. And this is where some of us are failing, because some of us say, oh, I think I took in 1,500 calories, when really we took in 2,000 or upward of 2,000 calories, because we're not properly tracking the foods in our diet. Anyway, this conversation is hot. This conversation is hot. Dropping a lot of knowledge. Let me give y'all a second just to catch up. Hope y'all catching this extremely important information. So, We're talking strategy. We're talking about figuring out what do I do when I go out and I'm eating. Okay? You make the changes earlier. You plan. Have a plan. You know you're going out tonight to eat some pizza with some friends. Okay? You tell yourself, okay, if I'm going to have the pizza tonight, I'm going to have this amount of slices. I'm going to have water instead of juice. Okay? Tomorrow, I'm going to just go back to my regularly scheduled routine and I'm going to be okay. That's it. You know tomorrow you're going out. You're going by somebody's house and you might eat when you go. So what do? You switch some things around. You get rid of the juice. You say, okay, I'm going to have some water. Okay? Instead of having so much sugar in my tea, I might reduce some of the sugar, drink some tea instead, just regular tea instead of coffee or something else. So what you're doing is you're planning 2 and 3 steps ahead so that when you get to that point where you know you're going to eat more, it's not going to be as impactful as if you didn't do it. Really important. Yeah, it is food. It is difficult. So this is what I'm going to say. So somebody said, with regards, let me know, said, Nikera said, let me know do you so. With regards to counting your calories, it's difficult. It is very difficult. Okay? But I'm going to tell you what to do. This is the easiest thing to do. Read the food labels, right? Because the food labels are going to give you an idea of what's in it. But here's what I like to do. If I think I took in, let's say, I calculated and it says, based on everything I ate, all the packs of sugar, all of this, all of that, I took in 2,000 calories a day. Let's just say, fictitious numbers, I took in 2,000 calories today, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to add an extra 200 or 300 to that amount. Because what that does is that says, okay, I have to work a little harder on my exercise routine, or I have to be mindful of my next choice in terms of my meal. I have to be mindful because whatever calories I think I took in, add some extra to it. Because that amount is like a blanket. So when you reach halfway to your day, you're like, boy, I had 6 slices of pizza for lunch, and I had this next thing and this next thing, and I'm at 2,000 calories already, or a little over 2,000. What am I gonna eat tonight? Well, you have something light. Maybe you just have vegetables, because vegetables are very low calorically, and you can get a lot of vegetables and not run aground in terms of calories. Now keep in mind, this depends on the vegetable. Okay? Here is an example. If I do carrots and peas, you know those spring mix? Spring mix might be 30 calories for 3/4 of a cup. You understand what I'm trying to say? So, okay, I just have a plate of vegetables and some other stuff, and I'm good. So I have food. Okay, drink some water so you don't drink anything else that has sugar or anything, and that's it. That's calories for the day. Then tomorrow you wake up and you do better. You go back to your regularly scheduled program. You eat your breakfast, you eat your lunch, you drink your water, you do the best things you can do for your diet and your health, and you're good. Keep exercising. Do not fall off the season. Okay? So we learned a lot today. A lot. This is big stuff here. Okay? Trust me, it's going to change your life if you apply it. Okay? Let me read some comments. 6 slices. I just had 2 belly feel good. I see you start to eat earlier. Terrible. Well, I'm glad to see you all today. Let me not shame you. Thanks for coming. Anyway, you get it. And of course, the kind of pizza you have will determine how many calories, right? Pizza that has more meat as opposed to more vegetable, it'll be a little different. So anyway, we're almost at the end here. I'm just gonna recap real quick for anybody that's wait, what? What's all of this? Okay? First things first, if you're on a diet, don't stop. If you have a day in between where you eat a lot and you run aground or you go over your calories, it's okay. Don't stress yourself out. The next day, 2 days, 3 days after that, just go back to your regular plan. Okay? So it's okay to have those foods that are going to be high in calories and may not be as healthy for you, as long as it's not a regular and consistent practice. Okay? You have it now and again, okay? And then you go back to your good stuff. Okay? So if on Christmas and Thanksgiving and whatever other day you think you went over your calories, you can do one of two things. One, before you even get to that point, plan what you're gonna eat. Have a plan. Know what you're taking in, okay? Because here's the example. If I know my breakfast is 600 calories, and I could cut out a little something, maybe 200 calories from that, and I cut out another 200 calories from lunch, and then I have a larger afternoon meal or something like that, I'm not going to run aground so much in terms of my calories because I planned earlier, because I know what's in my diet and how many calories I'm taking in. So that way I can make the shifts necessary so that later it's not going to hurt me as much. Okay? So even if you do go over, it's okay. Go back to the regularly scheduled stuff. If you don't want to go over, have a plan and try your best to stick to it. Plan what you're going to eat before you do it. Plan how this meeting with friends and family is going to go. I'm going to have this. I'm going to have that. When I eat 4 slices of pizza, I'm going to have some water. I'm going to chill. And I'm not going to have anything else for the rest of the evening. You won't die, I promise. Well, let me hush because I don't want to die about some of you. So, again, with weight, if you're losing weight, you need to be in a caloric deficit. Expenditure has to be higher than intake. Expenditure happens through diet, exercise, activity. You got to burn those calories. The best way to burn some of those calories is to not take some of them in. That's not to say you should starve yourself and keep yourself on a very low calorie diet for metabolism reasons and anyway, I ain't getting into that. My point is, if you're trying to lose weight, expenditure higher than intake. Okay? Focus. You gotta focus. Don't stop exercising. Don't stop doing what you're doing. Keep going. Anyway, we gotta work out. We got our 5-minute master blaster. Butter bread. How much calories in half a butter bread from Oh my gosh. Wow. I plan as well, but when I get to the kitchen, memory loss. This is why if you track your calories, right, you will have an idea of how much is in what you're eating. So then you don't have to go back and say, I wonder how much was in that bread. Well, you know that the bread is 250 or 200 according to what it is. Some bread is not 200 calories, but a slice might be like 80, 90. Tracking net carbs. It don't matter. You can track carbs. You can track protein. That's more like the macronutrient breakdown. But in terms of weight loss, you want to track your overall calories. Okay? I think when it comes to tracking macros, I think that's more for performance and muscle and whatever. Because if you're looking at gaining muscle, you have to track macros to know what is the proportion that you're getting from either. How much fat, how much carbohydrates, how much protein. Because if you're trying to put on muscle, yes, you're going to need more protein, but you're also going to need carbohydrates. If I am an athlete who is running a marathon next weekend, I probably am going to need to carbo load. Okay, so more of my diet will contain more carbohydrate than it might contain of fat or than protein. You understand? So that's when I would say that the macronutrient tracking is more essential when it comes down to performance or a specific goal, like a sport-specific something or something like that. But when it comes to losing weight, just losing weight, losing fat, okay, I would say overall calories are what matter. Yes, there's some people that are going to debate, oh, you have to look at the fat, and when you have more fat in the diet, the body is more likely to use more fat. Completely different topic for a different time, but we're sticking to the plan. The plan is when you're going out and you're having your festivities and you're eating and you're doing all the things that you're supposed to do because you're enjoying life, just be aware that, you know, it's okay to go over a bit. If you don't want to go over a bit, have a plan, stick to that plan. Okay? And understand that if you're trying to lose weight, you're going to be alright. So long as you are consistently in your grind, you're consistently exercising, you're consistently on whatever diet plan you're on. Diets don't work if people don't work. Diets don't work if you cannot consistently follow them. That's why many of them fail, because people don't follow them. Okay? Many of the diets, some people get them and some people don't. It's not for everybody. Some people say the carnivore diet worked for me. Fine, then it works for you. It's not going to work for everybody. It's not necessarily something wrong with the diet.
it might be something wrong with the person following the diet. They just can't follow it because it's too difficult for them to maintain. So then they switch to the keto diet, and then the keto diet works for them. Fine. You see what I'm saying? Or I do a high carb diet and that worked for me. I did a low carb diet, that worked for me. What works for you is going to work for you. It's not going to work for everybody. But you must be consistent. So if you are consistently on a good diet, healthy diet, and it's working for you, and you have a day where you zigzag, okay, you zigzag, you go right back to what you were doing the next day. You're going to be okay. Okay? So anyway, we got some master blastering to do. Okay, I know y'all learn a lot. Anybody who has questions, please hit me up. I try not to talk diet because I go long, but I know y'all learned something today. So, preach this to the world, brothers and sisters. The Church of Swole, you know, is in session, you know. Anyway, it's time for some Master Blaster. My apologies if I'm keeping anybody late. And again, I apologize for starting late because I had to delete my app and re-download it. I couldn't find the live button. There was no live button. It was crazy. So I had to do what I had to do. So anyway, let's start with our 5 minutes. Let me get this clock going. Rob is here for it. He knows what's up. Alright, let's see what we're gonna do today. What are we gonna do today? Let's start with some squats. We're gonna do squats. We're gonna do push-ups next. Squats, push-ups. We're gonna do jack squats. Okay, jack squats is you go down, you come up. Okay, 3 squats, push-ups, jack squats. Let's do planks because those are, let's do hollow bodies. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a good one. We're gonna do hollow bodies, and then we're gonna do abs. That's what's up today. Okay, let's go over that. Squats, push-ups, jack squats, hollow bodies. I'm gonna demonstrate that when we get there, and then we're gonna do abs. We're just gonna do V crunches. Hold the legs up, reach up, touch your shins, come back down. Okay? Alright. Are you ready? Here we go. Starting. Squats. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. If you can't squat and you just want to do like this and come back up, that's fine. Do whatever works, okay? Breathe. Breathe. Come on, you're not done yet. 3, 2, 1. All right. Our next move, we got push-ups. Get ready. Get ready. Whatever variation you want to do, you do it. All right, I'm going to do close grip. Okay. Javi saying he's going to modify it. Awesome. Javi, I see you're a trainer as well. Hats off to you, sir. Proud of you. Helping the world one body at a time. Congratulations on that. Big ups everybody who's in this field, who's doing the best they can to help others. Love it. That's how I make a difference to this stuff. We're not done yet. 13 seconds. We're almost there. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Woo! Alright. Jump push-ups now. Alright, you ready? Here's what we're going to do. Squat jacks. Out like this into a squat. Up. Modify where you can, okay? In. Out. Just like that. You want to go slower? You go slower. See, you go so. You come down, you come up. You can do that as well. Breathe.
10 seconds. Woo! All right, hollow body. Put this here. Starting. Hollow body is like this. Whoops. I turned off the screen by accident. Hollow body is like this. And you hold them just like that. Okay? Both legs up. Hold it. Hold the upper body upright. Put your hands up like that. You know what I mean? Very core intensive. Okay? As you can see, I'm like this. Okay, so it's like you're doing a crunch, and you held the crunch and you held the legs up at the same time. We're almost there. Alright, a few seconds more. Almost. And stop. Alright, ready? V crunches. V crunches. Actually, now we ain't gonna do V crunches. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do up and over like that. Okay? Starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Come on. Up and over like a rainbow or a peak. Whatever you wanna call it. This is what we're doing now. Let's go. Let me tell you something. This hard. My God. Breathe. Come on. I know you're tired. Don't give up. Let's go. Move slower, but don't stop. Move slower, but don't stop. Slower, but don't stop. Come on, you could do this. This is it. Give me 3 more. 1, 2, 1 more. Oh my goodness. And that's it. That's it. That's it. You did it. You did it. Woo! We did it. Thanks for coming, everybody. You know what to do. If you have questions, comments, hit me up. Even if I don't answer right away. Rob, I'm sorry. Even if I don't answer right away, I'll get to you. I promise. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for having me on this Fitness Friday. Continue to be grateful. Keep your mind right. Get your mind right. Keep your body tight. Let's go. Survive the holidays, family. You know what to do. Take care, everybody. Laters. Blessed weekend to you too. Thank you.